Hello, welcome to SwitchedOn. My name's Paul, and today we're having a look at a new release, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Now, this one is obviously highly anticipated if you know anything about this game. It was created by the old director of the original Castlevania games. He sort of wanted to recreate those games in a modern day format, so hit Kickstarter, raised over $5 million to make this game. They released a gameplay trailer of sorts a few months back, which got absolutely panned by fans, and fans weren't too backwards in coming forwards in letting the guys know what they thought of the game. So the creators here took an unprecedented step of showing off all that criticism they received, went back to the drawing board and came back with new sort of art styles for the game, so that was pretty impressive of them to do that. So what we're going to do is dive in quickly to some of the early footage. What I'm going to do is skip as much of the story as I can. You can sort of skip the cutscenes. So what I'll do is I'll skim through those so I don't spoil things too much, and we'll just get into some actual gameplay footage so you can see how the performance is. So this is the opening cutscene. This is your character Miriam, and you start off on this galleon boat with your compatriot Johannes, and you've opened your first chest here. You find these chests scattered throughout the levels, and sort of in true Castlevania style, the sort of 2D side-scrolling levels. So when I played my first playthrough of this, I went for the knife, so I'm going to try the Kung Fu shoes, which I'm guessing will allow you to do martial arts.
I'll take care of it.
And we get imbued with these magical shards, which allows us to do magic.
Was that a shard?
So, there's yes. Oh dear.
How did they get?
So the ship's been breached, and it's up to Miriam now to go and clear the level of all these evil demons. As you can see, it runs quite nicely. I've always found this game, ever since I first saw footage of it, obviously I didn't have any hands on them, but you could just sort of tell that it looked a little bit clunky in its movement. It's weird, it's really odd. It's not sort of super smooth. It feels a little bit like there's a little bit of a lag, but not enough to cause any problems. It's odd. It's just a very weird feeling of movement, but generally it's fine. So I've got these Kung Fu shoes on, which let me do
This device responds to magic.
physical attacks, and I've also got special moves that you can sort of do like Street Fighter inputs, so sort of rotate the stick to do special Kung Fu moves. So here I've got magic, so you just point the right stick the direction you want to use some magic. There's sea creatures. Kind of like this. And if you press X, that allows you to use the magic from the shard you got. So the first attack we got, because we got it from a sea creature, the magic we got there was yeah, like a water cannon, I think it's called. So you can slide with down and B button. And we've got a tunic. Now you can equip yourself with new items in the menu here, and they actually change the look of your character. Generally, that one doesn't seem to have done, but when I picked up sort of different scarves and accessories, that has actually changed the graphical look of the character, which is pretty cool. And we've got these bookcases, which sort of signify some sort of learning as well. So every time you sort of find one of these, you unlock a bit more information about the game and can use different things. So this one, sort of skip through that, but this one here shows us the different attributes that we've found. So basically just the beginning bits and bobs later on I found some of these that give you extra moves and sort of open up different things in the game. And these are like the save portals. So you find one of these red rooms, and you can just save the game. So obviously, if you haven't saved in one of those rooms for a little while and you die, you will lose your progress back to that save room. And there's a level up. So generally, you can see the performance. I mean, there's no sort of slowdown or anything. Everything seems to be running fine so far. Sort of electrical cannon. You get a shard, electrical fireball cannon. Sorry, you get a shard from that one, which allows you to then fire fireballs. And it's quite clever here because then it sort of asks you to light this cannon using your fireball. So sort of again, the mechanic you've just unlocked immediately gets sort of put into practice to get you used to that. So kicking these candles that I'm jumping up and kicking, they give you extra mana. So on the top right hand side you've got the red bar, the long red bar is your health, and then the purple bar underneath is the mana, which lets you use your magic abilities. So it's always worth giving them a good kicking. So if we look at the map here, we've sort of gone back on ourselves a little bit. We've come back and got this chest, which just contains bronze. There's a lot of different items that are in the chest, to be honest, from like materials, because there is crafting in this game. So you do tend to collect a lot of like materials, like sort of metals and wood and cloth. I haven't actually unlocked crafting yet, so I don't know exactly what that involves, but I assume all of these things that you're collecting will be for crafting. These are some fireballs. So it's just right stick to aim her hand, and then ZR lets you fire off a fireball. And you can see on the mini map there on the top right, you can see where the chests are. Crate's kind of blocking our way. Don't think we can kick it out. Come from this side. Okay, so it's kind of elemental, so anything that's sort of fire based will be susceptible to water, and vice versa. What I've found so far anyway. So these fire cannons are quite easily dispatched with a little bit of water magic. And level up again. Leveling up, I don't think seems to do anything. Sort of in some RPGs, when you level up, you can go into your character's stats screen and sort of add extra points, but seems to just do it automatically. So as you level up, your stats on the right hand side there, so attack, defense, strength, condition, all that kind of stuff, just seems to automatically level up, which is fine. You can't really put points into a specific build. Now these are the shards that you collect. Now I'm guessing again eventually you'll collect lots of these, and then this is where you'll be able to sort of put together a loadout of what magic you want to use. Inventory here, there's lots of different things to collect. So you've got sort of tabs along the top. This is kind of everything, but then you're sort of whittling it down to potions, food, I don't know if that's gems, metals, keys, lore. So lots and lots to collect, and then archives here. There's lots of stuff here. I mean, this you can sort of tell that it's a Castlevania game. It feels very Capcom-y, even though it's not from Capcom, obviously. Lots of stats here. Look at all these different sorts of stats: distance travelled, money gained, candles broken. Lots and lots and lots of stats. And techniques here. This is what I was talking about. The kung fu shoes there. So you've got special moves. If you rotate from down to right, press Y. It gives you sort of a flying air kick, and you've also got a mastery level there as well. So you can level up those moves as well to be more powerful. And that one actually costs magic. Journal, nothing in now. Demons, obviously all the different creatures you've come across and defeated. You can actually drill right into them and get their stats as well. So drop rates of items, their stats, what they're strong and weak against. So I mean, I love all this stuff. So many stats, so much to sort of learn and dig into. But anyway, let's carry on. We've got another chest down here, so let's grab that. We've got the map, so we've got the full map now of the galleon, so you can zoom in and see the full area. So the blue areas are obviously the ones we've covered. Red area are the save rooms, and then you can see the chests dotted around there. So that's pretty cool. So we'll carry on. So there's a chest over this way somewhere, tucked behind a crate. We'll have that. So we've got some gun rounds there. Another shard. So we'll be unlocking firearms as well at some point. I haven't actually unlocked them. And when I started my first playthrough of this, I actually, like I say, went for the knife. I seem to unlock lots of other melee weapons, which, oh, it says he gets his first melee weapon. I was going to say, I was unlocking a lot of weapons. So like swords and different sorts of blades. I quite like the fact it's got sort of kung fu moves in it. I don't mind sticking with that. Can just show you how to equip a weapon though. If you go to equipment, you can see here I've got the knife still and the short sword. So if you move on to the short sword, gives a little bit more range. So here's another one of these journals. So just teaching you the flashing air kick move there, or telling you about it at least. So that's a dead end in there, but let's have a look, see what's in there. It's a save room. We'll take advantage of that. Got a great look, this game, and I've kept a close eye on this game since it released. I think last week it released on PlayStation, Xbox and PC. But to me it doesn't look too much different. I think it looks really nice for the Switch. Played a little bit on handheld this morning as well, and that ran really nicely. So yeah, I think this is going to do really well. A little bit pricey, £35. Seems very keenly priced anyway, but hell of a lot of content here. And of course people are willing to pay for that quality of the pedigree of this game. Prestige. Just dispatch him with some watery fireballs. There's another chest. Oh, can't make it. This thing is a ghost, apparently. Annoying little sprite. Seems good to die. Okay, he's gone. It's always a good idea to get those lamps to keep your mana topped up. And obviously this isn't a review, I just meant to say as well, I only got the code for this today, so obviously want to put plenty of time in to give you guys a fair review. So this won't be reviewed for another few days, but I just thought I'd get some footage out really, because people have been anticipating this game and been wanting to know how it runs, so hopefully this will give you a nice early look and whether it's worth you guys picking it up. It's got a really nice flow to it now. It's sort of giving you those lamps to regain your mana. I don't want to go up there yet. I'll do a bit more exploring. It's going to be sweet. Ah, here's another cannon. So we set fire to the fuse. Breaks through the wall here, so we can get through this section. It's kind of a not so much a hidden room really, but gives you access to areas that you might think aren't accessible. Picked up a hairband, which is always good when you're fighting the undead. Let's see if we can equip that as an accessory. We've got a rusty ring. That sounds painful. Put a different scarf. And you see at the bottom there, currently equipped, we've got the normal scarf with the little E next to it that tells you it's equipped obviously, and then we can choose this tattered scarf which tells you at the bottom we get defense one and Let's mind one. Might be good for magic, maybe. We've got these accessories here. So we've got horns, give you 1 defense, hairband, 2 defense, 1 intelligence, and a dull hammer helm, 3 defense, 1 strength, 1 conditioning. So that sounds pretty cool. You can see on the left hand side there the stats are being affected, so it's definitely worth us putting that on. And you can see there, like I said, the graphical elements change as well. So you can see we've now got that helmet on, and that'll play out in the game as well there, as you see. So I like stuff like that. When you're in an RPG and you're putting equipment on, I don't like to just sort of see the stats. I want to see it graphically change as well. So that's cool. So we've got a gun. Gun can be shot by equipping a consumable bullet. When you run out of that type of bullet, when you run out of the type of bullet that was equipped, oh, lost it. So let's see if we can equip that as well as the. Okay, so you can't have like a sword and a weapon. It doesn't appear. So it looks like we get infinite rounds, magical bullets that never deplete, however they're quite weak. Or we've got these special soft point rounds, although they've got no penetrative capabilities, but we've only got 13 of those. So it looks like there's no directional aiming for the gun either, it's just sort of a straightforward fire. Okay, let's give that a go, see how that plays out. This gives us a bit of distance, but that took, 4 or 5 shots to kill, where we was killing it with 2 with the short sword. Might be, from what it felt like there might be some sort of timing mechanic. If you can sort of time your button presses, you might be able to get off more shots quicker. Just been a fluke. So we're heading this way because there's a chest. Here we go. Get a potion, so that's good for refilling your health when you're low on health. Yeah, I thought there might be kind of directional aiming, to be honest. What popped up there? Something popped up. I'm going to go back to the save room and save that progress. Let's have a look at the galleon. What have we got left to unlock? Yeah, so we need to kind of head that way. Yeah. Can we get to the... We might have to go down and round, to be honest, by the looks of that, so that's okay. We'll go down and round and up. So down here. Come on, squiddies. Yeah, I don't know about guns at the moment. It's a bit... I'm going to switch back to my sword, I think, because I was dispatching them with ease. I've tried the claymore and it's quite slow, although the attack is a lot higher. It seems a lot slower to get your hits in. Getting a handle on the direction we need to go in. Fireball's only got limited range. Just about leveled up as we killed him. Get another shard. Head flower. Attack using the dull hammer's head as a flower. Oh, nice. Tell us how to do that. that's cool there as well. On the right hand side at the bottom, just notice that as you level up the shards, it says there the rank increases the duration for the splash, and for the dull hammer head increases the coverage. So as you level up that magic, it becomes more powerful. Collect loads of mana in case we need it. We need to kind of go up here, but we can't. Ah, here we go. There's the platforms. Right, here we go. So here's simple puzzles, moving blocks around, all familiar stuff. Gold in that chest. Press before I duck. Stay out of the way of his ranged attack. Chest here. So this part is the end of the level. This is the boss part. So I'm going to end the video here because I don't want to spoil too much. But yeah, this is where you meet up with the first boss. So we will end it there. Thanks for watching. Hope that's given you some idea of how the gameplay works and how the game runs on the Switch. So the textures look a little bit downgraded, look a little bit smudgy in places, and look kind of purposely old school in a way, like the sort of old PlayStation 2 kind of look. Again, whether that's purposely sort of feeding into some of the old classic Castlevania games, I'm not sure. I haven't really compared it side by side with any of the other consoles or PC. But if you're looking to pick this one up, let me know below. And if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe as always, really appreciated. And as I say, look forward to some coverage of this in the coming days. Hopefully get a review out before the end of the week. If you've got any questions about it at all, just give me a comment below and I'll try and find out the answer for you from the game. Okay, thanks again for watching and I will see you on the next video. Cheers guys, bye.